Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, you see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, still giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase with Picatinny rail adapter, so you can mount it to any standard AR-15, like all awesome accessories can be. Go to toppingtechnologies.com and click the flamethrower button to learn more and see me shooting a flamethrower. And lastly, trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going over to the business part podcast, I review the 20 most American-made cars, and spoiler alert, yeah, none of them are Ford. Now, this is brought to us thanks to Motor1.com, specifically Jeff Perez, who's a writer over there. And he says, quote, the 20 most American-made cars of 2025, Tesla tops the annual American-made index, but companies like Honda, Kia, and Toyota aren't far behind. Here you can see the Tesla and, well, you got American flag draped right behind it. Now, he says, quote, with tariffs still a hot talking point and prices expected to increase over the next few months, it can make a big difference where your next car is built. That's why the annual Cars.com American-made index is an important tool to use when shopping for your next ride. The American-made index uses 5 different factors to determine just how American each car is in the U.S. Location of the criteria are location of the final assembly, percentage of U.S. and Canadian parts, countries of origin for all engines, country of origin for all transmissions, and U.S. manufacturing workforce. This year, the study analyzed more than 400 vehicles and narrowed down the final list to just 100 models, which it is a little disappointing in that criteria. There is nothing that says anything about a rifle rack or a pistol mount, but I partially digress. They note that at the list of the top are the usual suspects are Tesla, Jeep, and even Honda. American brands like Chevrolet, which is kind of hilariously because it's named after a French race car driver, but I partially digress, and Ford don't crack the top 10. The only Chevy that made the list in top 20, let's see, what is it? Where is it? The Colorado, which is great for all 5 people who want a Colorado. Used to be great. I think it had a stick shift at one point, but not anymore. Now, the top 20 comes in at the Nissan Pathfinder. Really? I'll pull it up really quick here. It looks like Tesla Model 3 actually got the number 1 for percentages. And at least the background of the Tesla looks pretty cool. Driving through the desert, which I'm sure 3 Tesla owners do. Now, it looks like number 20 comes in at the Nissan Pathfinder. Number 19 is a Chevrolet Colorado. 18 is a Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid. 17 is a Kia Sportage. 16 is the Acura Integra. 15 is the Honda Accord. Number 14 is Acura RDX. 13 is a Jeep Wrangler. 12 is a Honda Pilot. 11 is Acura MDX. 10 is a Volkswagen ID4. 9 is a Honda Passport. 8 is a Honda Odyssey. 7 is a Honda Ridgeline. So seeing a little bit of trend here. 6 is a Kia EV6. 5 is a Jeep Gladiator. And the top 4, they're all Teslas. So the number 4th is Tesla Model X. Number 3 is Tesla Model S. Number 2 is Tesla Model Y. And number 1 is the Tesla Model 3. Now, they say, as expected, Tesla tops the list with 4 of its models taking the top 4. The Model 3 earns its crown as the most American-made vehicle of 2025. All of Teslas are produced at the Fremont factory in Fremont, California, at the Gigafactory in Texas, also producing the Model Ys and Cybertrucks. They note that the Gladiator takes 5th place and is the only Jeep in the top 20, while Kia takes the 6th place with the electrified EV6. The Kia Sportage also crashed the top 20th and 17th place. Both Kia models are produced at the brand's West Point, Georgia manufacturing facility. They say that Honda has 5 vehicles in the top 20 with the Odyssey, Pilot, Ridgeline, and Passport. All wow, really? I didn't know they were all at the same factory. All being manufactured at the same factory in Lincoln, Alabama. The Honda Accord, meanwhile, is built at the Marysville, Ohio location. Honda's luxury brand Acura also has 3 vehicles in the top 20, the RDX, the MDX, and the Integra. The Integra is built alongside the Accord in Maryland, while the RDX and MDX are produced nearby in East Liberty, Ohio. Which, yeah, it's funny these days, and I love to debate with my friends in terms of, nowadays, what is a quote-unquote American brand? Like, you know, back in the day, I mean, Detroit, the big 3, owned the automotive market with over 75% market share. And at the time, all those companies were all headquartered here, famously, you know, Detroit, Michigan. Well, Ford kind of in Dearborn, but they're all famously headquartered in the United States. And they all manufactured most of their vehicles in the United States, with most of the parts coming from, you guessed it, the United States. We've seen a dramatic shift throughout the past couple of decades, and there are a myriad of variables, not just regulation in terms of the EPA, emissions, but also labor practices, labor cost. That's resulted in a lot of what people used to consider American-made, American-owned, American brands to now mostly make in places like Mexico and Canada, which nothing more disappointing than American muscle being made in Canada, like the Dodge Charger and Challenger. And even the second to last generation of the Camaro was made in Canada. That's pathetic. And it didn't even come with a free gallon of maple syrup. It's just criminal. You have something coming from Canada without syrup, but I partially digress. It's one of those things where I always debate with my friends, are Toyota and Tesla, do you consider them, well, certainly Tesla, but is Toyota a Texas-based company? Are they a Texas company? Are they an American company? Toyota famously moved their headquarters from California to Plano, Texas a couple of years ago, and they brought 5,000 plus jobs. They have their North America headquarters now in Texas. They produce trucks in Texas. I mean, what do you think is American made? They have a global headquarters, obviously with Toyota being headquartered in Japan, but it is interesting to see this shift in terms of, well, you have the global headquarters. Sure, that's a variable, but I would argue, where are most employees? Where are they working at? Where are most of the parts coming from? And where, of course, final assembly and then the major components like the transmission and engine, obviously those variables come into account. But I mean, at this point, I almost consider Honda more American than Ford. Obviously, you have Ford making the awesome Mustang, which, being a gearhead and an automotive enthusiast, I love the Mustang. I love that Jim Farley said he doesn't care what the competition does. We'll always make an affordable V8 stick shift sports car. That's exceedingly rare. So rare, GM doesn't even have the Camaro anymore because they're so poorly managed. And the Charger, well, let's be honest, no one's buying the EV Charger anyway. So I think it's safe to say Ford won the Pony Wars. But yeah, it was interesting. I mean, Ford is the only American auto company and Tesla that did not take a bailout or they didn't go bankrupt. They took a loan at a very convenient time, so they didn't go bankrupt. But yeah, it's interesting to see Ford is not even in the top 20. Also, they've had, what is it now, 87 recalls? No, 78 recalls this year. Maybe that's a variable because they're using so many imported parts, maybe. Also, interestingly enough, if you look at the top 20, yeah, only one of them is made with unionized labor. Famously, the Detroit Big Three have been handicapped, or some would say empowered, by the United Auto Workers. A lot of their money goes to politics, so not the people paying the dues, but no topic for another time, perhaps. But yeah, Tesla famously, as well as Honda, well, Acura, same company, and Toyota, they don't have the United Auto Workers or the UAW, that union, kneecapping them. I don't know if they physically do that anymore, but fiscally they certainly do by increasing the cost of labor dramatically and decreasing the quality, as we've seen more recalls of the Big Three than anyone else, and even things like mismatched headlights and mismatched seats being installed in like Ford vehicles, which is a very rudimentary mistake. It shouldn't be happening. So let me know, what do you consider to be American made? I think it's awesome to see so many companies investing in the USA. I'm a big Honda guy. I love my Honda Civic Si. It's got a stick shift, and I know that one actually, didn't hit the top 20, but I still think the Honda brand, the quality is one of the best ones out there. But let me know, what do you consider American made? And if you had to get one of these top 20 vehicles, what would you choose? I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because I'm a gearhead. I love to go fast and have 3 pedals as always. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'd pick in this case. A lot of SUVs and trucks, which not my preference. But let me know in the comments because, as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so click that button. I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, and a comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone, everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.